today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. Fighting his way through contact. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Now a 7th-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Yellow.
Here's Pacheco once again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Edwards-Helaire will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and as he'll be marked down at the 1. Again, Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Cousins. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Hey, 382, listen. Hey, Steamer.
Addison will go in motion left. On 3rd down, Cousins. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Cousins on 4th down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Bring up 48.
Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around.
Good route here. Bird.
Back to throw again. That's caught downfield by Addison. And he'll go down the number before getting this inside the 30. Again, it's Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the Vikings are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners are 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Addison will go in motion left. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him. There and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Hey, can't. Lucky 50. Wide. Hey, no, easy. Liz 50. Listen to me. Yellow. Gun. Black. Wait a sec.
Now Cousins. And that's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
43! 43! Yellow, yellow!
Mahomes to throw on second down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Yeah, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. Mahomes going to throw. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A big play there for KC. And even 40 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. Nope.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gun. Two.
Cousins now. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And out across midfield down to the 45. Cousins here going to change the play.
Can. 300. Gun. Black. Hey, steamer.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll escape to it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Cousins now from the 50.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Good route here. First. Leave it. Bring up 48. Gun. Zebra.
Cousins to throw it.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. Down the sideline he goes.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Vikings 3.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Kene Nwangu now out of his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Hey, can. Wide. Hey, no, easy.
Back to it after the pick six. Cousins.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Listen to me.
Addison will go in motion left.
Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
All right, now here we go.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
300.
Handoff right side to Nwangu.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Kene Nwangu.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings get a bit closer.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Yellow. Black. Through.
Cousins will try and throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now Mahomes. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
4th down, so Kansas City sends out Tommy Townsend. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 10. Running left to give to Pacheco. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Open man. He's got Jefferson across the formation.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Now Cousins going to change it up.
And the tight end goes in motion left. A first down throw for Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Zebra. 2. Gun. Hey, can't.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Hey, no, easy. Listen to me. Yellow. Gun.
Cousins again.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Two. Black.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
York able to send this one through.
And that lead is back down to 9 now. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled in the booth ready for quarter number 3.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And the fair catch signal for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, They're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Addison will go in motion left.
First down. Here's Cousins. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Addison will go in motion left.
Cousins on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Gun. Two.
Now Cousins.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Cousins.
They'll get this to Nwangu. And he will have the Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Hey, no, easy. Gun.
Throwing. Cousins. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go.
Now receiver in motion left. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Vikings are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is down to 2.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
A good rip by Pacheco. And you have to go back to 1990 with Johnny Johnson with the Cardinals to find a rookie 7th rounder with more rushing yards than he had last season. The 251st pick out of Rutgers took over the KC backfield with 830 yards in 2022.
Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
A handoff now for Pacheco. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 138 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
A give right side for Pacheco.
The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. Here's Pacheco headed right.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Gun!
they'll go right back to the Wangu.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Gun.
They'll run for it. It's Nwangu.
And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
He may go.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangu.
With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Vikings use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Gun.
They'll try and run it here.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now a run with Pacheco.
And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
190 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This is 2nd and 8. This is Pacheco.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
It's got to have it time. 4th and 9. Now Mahomes got to have this one.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Give left side here for Nwangu.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Gun. Black, white. Through. Hey, we're good, we're good.
Now Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late.
So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here comes Tony on the return.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes will throw. Complete. Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. They find some open field here. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock, and they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and